everybody? Welcome to a special edition of Fresh Sports Show, live on the road. Got a special guest, owner herself, Dayanara the Lights. If you can go ahead and just introduce yourself to my Fresh Sports Show audience.
Hi, I'm Dayanara, owner of Dayanara's Delights. It's a small owned bakery on Market Street in New York City. And I do mostly custom cakes, but I also do a little bit of everything else. I have a small food menu. But yeah, I mostly do custom cakes for birthdays, weddings, baby showers, stuff like that.
Okay. Now, obviously, I know that you was in culinary back in school.
I wasn't in culinary.
I thought you was in culinary.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I could. You took up culinary. When did you take up culinary?
When did I take culinary?
Yeah. Like
after high school.
Okay, that's when you did. So what made you decide to go that route instead of
I got tired of doing hair.
Oh, okay.
I got tired of doing hair, and one of my best friends, Jasmine, we just on a whim decided to decorate a cake and just very amateurly, Ziploc baggies and stuff like that. And I just was like, I'm very artsy. I like to draw. I like to paint and stuff like that.
Okay. And that was just like your thing ever since.
Yeah, it kind of intrigued me, and I was like, I can probably do this.
Okay. So that there wasn't really no inspiration. You just feel like I got a niche for it. I got skill at it.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's very obviously this is a sports show, so I got to relate it back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Very important on detail. Detail is very important.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And this is like critical detail. Like obviously everything you know.
Yeah, it's very time consuming.
Yeah, definitely. So that's definitely a skill set to the fullest. Your attention to detail. So now. How long you've been in business? Your shop been running.
I've been doing cakes and treats and stuff for maybe 10 years or so.
Okay.
But I just opened the shop last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, November 2021.
Okay. So you've been having your imprint out there before you got your brick and mortar store.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was doing it out of my house, so. A lot of people know me from doing cakes out of my house.
Yeah. Okay. Now, before we transition to get to the sports stuff, like heavy, I want to know: do you have a sports background? Do you have a sports upbringing or any type
I watch football with my dad.
Okay, so
with my brother, but
you have any teams and stuff like that?
My football team is Steelers.
Okay,
but they're not doing very great.
Yeah. No. Oh man, we're really not trying to be shining too much light on what we're doing right now, but we can talk about that some other time.
But basketball, my dad and my brother didn't really watch basketball, but in my previous relationships, they
just so whatever they
whatever they watched.
Yeah.
Whatever. Golden State Warriors. I know about the Golden State Warriors a little bit. And the Lakers a little bit.
Yeah, Lakers. Now, obviously, you know about Kobe, right? We know you're familiar with Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now, just a little segue. Am I making something up? I just want the audience to be clear because, obviously, you went to the Tech. Did they call me Kobe at the Tech, or am I tripping?
I feel like I remember them calling you Kobe.
Yeah. Just full disclosure. But no, that's my guy. That's who I look up to, and everybody, it's notorious. Everybody knows that. Well, we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. Before we get to the Super Bowl, I want to know, how do you feel about Rihanna doing the halftime Super Bowl show? How do you feel basically the concert at the Super Bowl? Did you like it? It broke records.
I liked it.
It broke records.
I feel like not everybody always has to pull tricks out the bag. Rihanna.
She's pregnant.
And she is expecting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She did good for her situation at the time.
Do you think it's it just shows the beauty that how she can still be looking good? Obviously, fully covered up. And then, I don't know if you're familiar with, some of her interviews. I know I caught, one of her interviews that she did prior to, Super Bowl Media Week. She did an interview, and she was just, I don't know if it went over people's head or if they didn't catch that. She did this because she's saying her son is going to see it one day. She wants her son to see the representation. And I know people probably didn't pay that no mind, but when she's saying she wanted her son to see it, obviously she probably didn't want her son to be seen half naked out
Right,
there
right,
doing
right.
stuff like that. She
And,
wanted to see,
I mean,
you know.
a great performance doesn't have to include half naked people.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
She did a great job with her clothes on. So
It
I liked
actually did better than the Super Bowl itself. Like, you know, the ratings was like 118 million for her performance, and then the Super Bowl overall game was 113 million viewers. I know this stuff is still calculating, but the last when I checked yesterday, but it's ironically it's still behind Katy Perry. She did 121 views for her roar, and I mean her halftime show. That's the highest halftime show views.
well, I mean,
Super Bowl.
considering she didn't perform in like 7 years.
Yeah. But I just thought it was just an honor.
And she was in the middle of the air. So.
Come on, man. Up in like, come on. That's crazy. That's nervous.
Dope.
I'll be so nervous and you singing and like that's just nervous. And it's moving around. That's wild. So I thought that was great. Like I thought she didn't need to do it. We should thank her for doing it. She's a billionaire. She don't. I know. Okay. She got spikes in Fendi sales and her.
That's society
but like she never did, like she was always gonna be good. She's a billionaire, right? Like she didn't need to do this to elevate even more. Like obviously it was beneficial for her, but I mean she didn't need to do this no way, no how.
Right, but it's society. What society feels is appropriate for celebrities, I guess. I think she did a good job. I liked it.
Oh, you got a favorite Rihanna song?
I like her song with Drake.
Yeah. I do like the Drakes too.
I definitely like her collabs.
Yeah, I like it, but the Pour It Up is mine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's your favorite song?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, cause she be making songs for the fellas too.
Mm-hmm.
That was
sure.
that was definitely one of those.
She's definitely universal.
Yeah. So I was happy. Like, I mean, it wasn't really nothing for me to really talk about too much, but I definitely let it be known. Last week when I had shows that, I mean, obviously Rihanna was my favorite growing up. I mean, I like Beyonce too, but I'm just saying like my age group growing up. Obviously Beyonce was around too, but obviously Beyonce.
And a lot of people compare Rihanna and Beyonce.
But I mean, they both could be great. I mean, they both are great. Like I mean, I'm not saying Beyonce is like so. Oh, I'm not saying that, but they're like, just not kind of like different generations, but they both got their time and they're both doing great in their perspective ways. So Beyonce got her audience, mainly females and the LGBT community and all things like that. And Rihanna got pretty much everybody because she got a more God fan base than Beyonce. Yeah. But enough about that. What you do for the Super Bowl?
I went to a friend's house. She invited me over to watch it with her family. So I just went over there. I missed the first quarter though.
No, I ain't no big deal.
I missed the first quarter, but I did watch the rest of it.
Okay.
My brother's an Eagles fan, so I had to watch it.
It sucks because I know he's Chiefs won 38-35, close game over the Eagles. It was a good game, controversial stuff. How was the atmosphere in the room where you was at?
It was good. I think most of them were rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah, so
it got a little spicy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure because it was tight,
especially after that fumble.
Yeah, man. And I'm glad you mentioned that too. You pay attention because that was the only turnover all game. That was critical. That was a turnover that led to a touchdown, and obviously they lost by 3. So it was. That was the only mistake of the game. And Jalen Hurts, he played his tail off, but that was the only mistake in the game that definitely resulted in the loss because it was tight like that. So that was a great. It was a great game.
Was hurt, so I feel
he balled out.
Advantage.
Yeah, he was balling out. Like I'm saying, through the injury, like Mahomes was balling out too.
Yeah, he did, but they could have took advantage of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A little bit more than they did.
I don't know what was going on with the play calling in the second half. Because it was less Jalen Hurts, he still got the short yards runners, but I'm talking about the long runs when he was like 10 to 12 yards. Like they wasn't letting him run as much in the second half like he was doing in the first half. No, I mean I know he's a quarterback, they don't want to get hurt, but they need to keep doing what was working until the other team can make adjustments. But Chiefs played a perfect second half. They scored on every possession in the second half. They couldn't make a mistake, couldn't make a turnover. And that was the ball game. And obviously, Black History Month, the first time two starting black quarterbacks
Yeah,
was in the Super Bowl.
And there's two Hispanics too.
Oh, no, I thought,
There's two Hispanics.
Okay, you breaking news to me because I that went underlined because it got, overshadowed because obviously the two starting quarterbacks and the quarterbacks period, whether what color you are, I mean, quarterbacks is always going to be the topic of conversation. Everybody knows that. That's why it's a big deal. And then besides that, the Kelsey's brother, you got Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey over, Eagles and Chiefs. They're both brothers over there. So that was another, topic of conversation. That, and then obviously everybody's talking about the Rihanna Super Bowl. So that overshadowed a lot. But speaking of all this little stuff, I know this kind of, a little off way, but entertainment and everything like that. Did you watch the Grammys? We talked about Beyonce. Congratulations to Beyonce on that stuff.
I actually did not watch the Grammys.
But Beyonce got all the records with the awards. The award, like she's the most award-winning Grammy history, and then the celebration of the 50-year hip hop. So
I saw a small clip, but I wasn't really tuned into the Grammys. This year.
Of course I just watched the highlights because obviously I was watching my sports stuff that I was doing, so I know I was just gonna catch the highlights of that. But obviously I got my critiques on that. I say that for another show. But I like on my show. I know you don't probably not familiar with everybody, but I know some names and whoever means whatever they mean to you. I do a top list. I want to stick with basketball. You got a top 5 of your five favorite players. It don't got to be great. Just your 5 favorite basketball players.
I want to say they're favorites.
No,
I can list you 5 that I know.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously LeBron James because he's definitely the top scorer.
And we ain't gonna forget about Kobe.
Okay, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. Steph Curry.
Yeah.
What's that, 3?
Yeah, that's 3. Yeah. LeBron James, Steph Curry. I mean, you got MJs.
Michael Jordan.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got MJs
and Shaq.
Okay. I like that 5. Okay. Yeah, my 5 is Kobe. Obviously, first and foremost, everybody know that's there in my heart. MJ number 2. My namesake, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar number 3.
Okay.
LeBron James number 4. Then I got Magic Johnson number 5.
Okay. I forgot about Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Magic Johnson's the man. I'm not even going to ask you about football because it ain't. We're not looking too good with my Steelers.
I Steelers fan too?
Yeah.
Okay,
so I forgot that you were Steelers fans too because I don't want to talk too much. But we got a lot of rebuilding that we got to do. We got new quarterback. We young Ben Roethlisberger retired, so we don't need to beat dead horses on that. So we can actually skip that. Now, there's one thing I like to ask everybody. You understand sports and everything like that, coaching, the dynamic, and the superstars or the talent dynamic. What do you find more valuable, good coaching or good talent?
Definitely good coaching.
Okay. Okay. You just like that?
I'm
gonna take the talent. I play, so I like to take the talent. But
I feel like a good coach can turn a bad player into a good one. If that player is willing to learn and be coachable. You gotta be willing to be coachable. I feel like somebody with talent can easily fall off.
Man, you speaking like you somebody that be coaching or something because I know what you're saying. Just you understand the value of the teaching.
You gotta be willing to learn because you can always be better.
Okay, and well, before we close up, because I got a funny story. Before we close up, speaking of teachings and everything like that, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to that. How do you feel about like the advent of social media? Obviously, you could relate to this. Everybody can relate to this in everyday life, but the effect that it have on athletes. I mean, that's fair. You can easily talk about this because everybody can relate to it. You could say the effect it have on anybody in life. The pros and cons. Because obviously there's plenty of beneficial things that come of it. Obviously, endorsement deals, sponsorships, and kids, high school athletes getting more looks for college and things like that nature. Small businesses getting the light on it, and obviously the negatives just getting caught up with trying to keep up with what's going on in other people's life, looking at social media, then reading into the comments if people really I mean, well, people really do that. You know, I mean, personally, I don't pay none of that money. I'm saying people really do, you know, take that stuff seriously and you know, lose their lives, and things like that. Well, you know, commit suicide and stuff like that because of like that. But what some of the pros and cons of social media have on athletes or everyday people's lives?
I mean, I feel like social media is definitely a big part of today's society. Definitely, it's good exposure if you are offering a service or a product or something like that. Social media is definitely a great platform to advertise that. But it can also hinder you too if you're not doing it correctly.
No, okay. Yeah.
So there's different that I'm still learning too, like different techniques of marketing and how you go about posting things, your word choice, just how you say things too can go a long way. I know a lot of people go on social media and speak their opinions, but the way they're speaking their opinions can come off like harsh, you know what I mean? As opposed to if they say it differently, it can probably affect people differently. So I think social media is definitely important. And athletes, like you said, endorsements, colleges, stuff like that. But even business owners, I know I get a lot of new clientele just off of my Google reviews. So it's just you know what I mean? It just depends on what you're doing, whether you're doing sports or trying to own a business or something like that.
Okay. Yeah. And I definitely didn't get to mention, but I definitely like that jacket over there. You know, life is what you.
Oh yeah, this is old. I was at the gym this morning. I was doing a lot this morning.
Yeah, that's good. Like I said, you busy woman. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you always I always try to have something with like my business.
The marketing.
Because you never know who you're gonna run into.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the business cards and everything, handing that out. Definitely glad you give some insight because I want to transition to something that's business related, sports related, TMZ drama based related. It's everyday life all the mix in one. Involves basketball player, coach, superstar, actress, female. Obviously, I want to talk to a female on here, get a female perspective. I'm pretty sure you know the actress Nia Long. Her baby dad, fiance, Ime Udoka, was a former basketball player. Was currently head coach of the Boston Celtics. Suspended indefinitely because their organization have a rule of improper work relations. You know, nobody's supposed to be having relations with anybody, members in the organization. She didn't like, Nia Long didn't like that the Celtics organization, because it's by choice, because this definitely goes on multiple organization. I mean, higher ups and subordinate, people in, the franchise, whether they're staff worker, whether executive worker, messing with a coach, a player, whatever, doing, how somebody that's in that organization, have relations with a player or coach is not supposed to go on, and that happens a lot. And water on the bridge, nobody knows nothing. Nia Long hate that the Boston Celtics organization let us be known. ESPN, front center, told all the business. He suspended indefinitely. This is why did all that. Didn't initially leak the female's name though, the subordinate name. Okay. Didn't do that. Everybody.
The guy he was messing with, or the girl he was messing
with. Yeah.
Okay.
They did. But it turns out she's a travel agent that was building a relationship with Nia Long, being close, getting them settled in Boston.
She was being buddy. I feel like I know where you're going with. I feel like I heard about this before.
Yeah. And Nia Long, obviously, the You People movie that came out, and then the Missing, and she's doing her runway, she's doing her thing, so that's why all this stuff is coming back up. Because she's speaking on it. She just hated the fact that Boston Celtics didn't let her handle the family matter private, and she knows that this goes on, every year across the board, every organization, and it's not brought to the media like this unless somebody goes diving in, preaching this information. But the organization said, ESPN front and center, this is that. They went and talked about it and everything.
Okay. So how do I feel about that?
Yeah. Just the thoughts about that whole scenario, and
just
make sure you do.
They should have the option to deal with it privately. I mean, I wouldn't want nobody in my business I mean, my home life.
Yeah, regardless of the fame.
Infidelity is it's hard to deal with. I mean, a lot of people take it differently. I mean, it hits hard sometimes, depending on your situation. But I feel like nothing should ever be public, regardless in a private life. Yeah,
because you know, some people feel like obviously you got that level of fame, your privacy kind of out the window.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying like that.
I feel like they should at least have the option to deal with it privately, but then again, you're in the public eye, so there are things that are going to come out.
It was just shocking that Boston Celtics, they definitely, as an organization, they went up there and had a news conference. You know, ESPN had all eyes on them. You know, explaining the matters, the situation, but definitely didn't disclose the female name when they broke down the situation. It was like, wow, this is different. You know, usually you'll hear, see a bottom of the screen breaking. A reporter says such and such. It's just something a reporter done digged up or got the information to, rather than the organization going out and letting.
I feel like if they didn't want to expose her, then they shouldn't expose the situation.
Yeah.
If they were going to expose the situation, then tell the whole story. Like make each party accountable for the part that they played. Into that situation.
Yeah, I agree with you with that. Like,
just because Nia Long is famous, don't mean she gotta be put on blast.
Yeah, because she's a bigger name.
Right. Because she make more money.
Yeah, like it's.
And that was her homegirl. Like that's just.
It's crazy, man.
It's a different level.
Yeah. That's why that's why you got to be careful. You know who you let into the circle like that. You know, obviously be cordial with people and stuff like that, but don't let them get that close. You got to read the room, read people out and stuff like that, and and obviously, the betrayal that she's dealing with for, thinking that everything's good with the man that she's supposed to be getting married with and everything like that. So, that's definitely a lot to deal with. But obviously, she's looking like she's, moving on and doing what she needed to do that's best for her and her son and stuff like that. Obviously, the head coach, Doka, he ain't speaking about nothing. He's suspended and definitely, he has a contract for like 5 more years. So they really want to get fired and get rid of him, but they're trying. It's just trying to
complicated.
Trying to work out how the way we could part our differences and not give you the whole money on the contract type of deal.
The politics.
The politics of that. But he won't be coaching for them no more. It's definitely not happening. I wanted to move on. Like, can you just tell us a little bit, since we was talking about inappropriate workplaces back then, like that. Like kind of like the mindset or just kind of the little blueprint of running a successful business. Just a thing or two.
It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. Definitely money management, and how you spend money, how you budget, how you price all your stuff out.
Yeah.
A lot of people, and this is just stuff that I learned through experience, because I didn't wing it, because I definitely had people in my corner that explained to me like the different
nuggets and
different business owners that would give me advice.
Yeah, that's what you need to step up the game.
But definitely pricing your items and your services to where you're actually making a profit. I know a lot of people start off low, which is good when you're trying to build your clientele. But once you got your clientele, then charge what you're worth. Don't worry about the people that say your prices are too high, because at the end of the day, they don't know what your overhead is. They don't know what your grocery bill is, or your service prices are for the products that you need to provide that service. Charge for your time. A lot of people forget that. And just marketing. Marketing is like one of the most things that other business owners really drilled into me. Like, you have to take good pictures, you have to market your stuff right, pay for ads, so it can go bigger than your people in Harrisburg can see, people in Lancaster can see.
Definitely pay for the ads. That's the marketing and anything is the key. Obviously, you got the marketing dollars to pay for it. Disclosure is what everybody needs.
Yep, and make sure you're doing your like your policies. Just protect yourself. Make sure all your paperwork is good. You have all your licenses, your certifications. All that good stuff is really important to run a successful business. Apart from like the money and the clients and all that stuff, you just carry yourself how you want to see other business owners to carry. I know a lot of business owners that I don't know, but I know of a lot of business owners that want to own a business, but they out on social media talking crazy.
You gotta move. You gotta move like a business.
You gotta move like a business owner, even outside of your business. So.
Yeah, obviously, you definitely gotta know how to carry yourself and just how to operate and. You trying to
don't get me wrong. Go have fun.
But you just
you know what I mean.
But you just gotta know that your organization, your
right,
company.
Don't be out here arguing with people on social media.
You're a representation of something.
Yeah, like if you get a bad review, take that bad review as a learning experience, and the next time do better, so that you can turn that bad review into a good one. Don't argue with customers back and forth. I know a lot of people say that customers are always right, which technically okay, but customers are not always right. But the way that you deal with that speaks a lot about how you are as a person. So I think that's a big one.
Okay. Yeah. So y'all better take these little nuggets of information because obviously, you're successful doing your thing.
I'm trying. I'm getting there.
Yeah, obviously it's a continuous thing. Sporting an event, take it one possession at a time. Do what you can do. Do your best, give your all, and live with the results.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where we at with it. We're gonna wrap this up. I know a couple more things I want to get to. How do you feel about like some of these? Obviously this is all in the business aspect. Some of these owners across the board, NFL, NBA. Having an inappropriate workplace and they're being forced to sell their team. Mind you, $4 billion record breaking of money. So they're getting the backlash by, for the public pressure, but being forced to sell their team, sponsorships and people don't want to work with them and, the corporate money the corporate dollars that they want to be accustomed to get because, it's public news that a toxic work environment in these sports franchises, whether it's the Redskins, the Commanders, or what was going on in the Phoenix Suns, just different teams, the Carolina Panthers. I could name teams, but having an appropriate workplace and selling the teams for billions of dollars, so they're getting public outrage and walking away with.
Billions.
Generational money for real. Like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, I don't think that's enough of a punishment. I feel like it should be something like not that much more than what you put in it, because most of these people put a couple $100 million to get these teams initially.
So when you say like inappropriate workplace, you mean like hostile environment?
Yeah, hostile. Yeah, to females most likely. That's whether it's forcing them to do sexual stuff, harassing them, touching them, make inappropriate comments, things of that nature.
I feel like money is power. So I feel like the more money you have, the less accountability you have to deal with. Especially when it comes to inappropriate stuff with females. But it depends on the severity of the situation. At the end of the day, a lot of it is he said, she said stuff. And
because there's never no legal consequences that come out of it. They just end up selling the team. And walk away with billions of dollars. It's like...
But they're selling their team just because
the public outrage, and when I'm saying that corporate dollars and the sponsorship is important, just like the certain sponsors the deals that they already have, they can get out of their sponsorship because they're doing stuff that's detrimental.
I feel like it's wrong. It speaks a lot about who they are as a person. I feel like if they're doing that out of malice, and they're doing that out of self.
Definitely out of malice.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's
making them boosting themselves up. Really, they don't really care about how the other party feels.
Yeah.
So I feel like money is power.
Yeah.
The more money you got, the more you can get away with.
Yeah, he who has the gold makes the golden rules. That's what they say.
I don't think it's right.
That's definitely not right at all.
Yeah,
that's definitely not right at all. But we're living in a reality-based world. Like, this is reality.
Right.
So this is
you can pay for anything and get out of anything with money. Mm-hmm. Most of things, at least.
Okay. This is the last question of the sports thing, and I'm wrapping this up. I know you just know a couple names, but how do you feel about not superstars, regular players that play just maybe a little small role, just a little small role into the victory, talking big stuff, big trash after winning the Super Bowl or the championship. You got some players that we don't need to say no names because the people won't know these guys' names talking real stuff. Now, do you think that give them right? Just because they on the team, they won, so they could talk, knowing the masses do not know who you are, and you ain't really putting that much work.
Yeah, I put in the practice hours. I put in.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I work just as hard as everyone else on the team, but just because I'm not a starter, don't mean that I'm not, passionate about my team.
Okay.
I'm on the sidelines rooting my teammates on. Like,
yeah.
If we win a championship, I'm bragging.
Okay.
That's my team. Like, what do you mean?
Okay.
I'm not going to brag for. I'm not going to go for no other team.
Yeah.
I'm bragging for my team.
Hey, so I got the ring. Like, man, your jersey was all clean out there. What are you talking about?
So what? I was on the sidelines rooting for them, and practicing with them, putting in all those hours.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like
it's a team effort.
No. Some like one of the players, Melvin Gordon, I give it up to him. He said, "Man, they carried me to the ring. I ain't do nothing, but I still got one though. But they carried me to the ring. I ain't do nothing, but I still got one. So I'm still, talking my talk. Oh man, it is crazy, man. It's unbelievable. I just be like." Because I'm athlete. I played. I'm like, man, y'all wasn't balling out there, man. Y'all wasn't even playing.
If we're talking about basketball,
yeah, that's different.
If the five players that's starting are the only ones that's allowed to brag, then
that's
I'm
different.
not. Yeah, then
because it's less players, more effect. It's more like they have more effect on the game.
Yeah, they shouldn't be the only ones bragging.
Okay.
I mean, it's a team effort. I feel like.
Okay. Now I forgot to ask you. Did you peep any Super Bowl commercials? Did you like anyone? I did like the Diddy, the Uber Diddy, the Uber one, the melodies that I ain't doing the melody. He had a couple of different celebrities come through, do some hits.
Was that earlier on, or was that like later?
That was like in mid, probably like second quarter-ish, maybe.
Okay, I don't really remember.
Yeah, I know they have to like.
I know the one with the remote.
Oh,
what was that?
I don't even know what commercial. We ain't even gonna start with that controversy. Yo, I'm like, where's the remote? I'm like, what is this? And then the God thing come on. I'm like, yo, what? Cause I see him on Fox. I'm like,
one of my favorite ones.
Yo, that caused like so much outrage. Yo, people was losing their minds. Mm-hmm. Yo, people was losing their minds, and I know people like at the Super Bowl parties. They like, yo, what is going on? Yo, who got the remote? I know they was acting crazy, and people got some of the drinks in the system and everything like that. So. Oh man,
that was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, that. Oh man, that was wild. Oh man, I appreciate you doing this.
No
problem. April 15th, everybody comes to my first sports show, live audience show. You gonna try to make it there?
Yeah, I'll try. What day of the week is that?
That'd be the Saturday after Easter. The Saturday after Easter.
If it's after 6, I can definitely.
Yeah. Well, it'd be fine. You could. It's like a little less than 2 hour thing, but I mean, you can slide through. It don't matter. But now, my first ever annual live audio show, April 15th at the Body and Grimes Gym. Thank you for doing this again. Do you got any closing remarks you want to say? How do you feel about the show? What you think about the show?
I think it's good. I always think it's good just seeing like past classmates and stuff, doing their thing.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years, 11, 12 years then. I'm losing track since we graduated high school.
Exactly. So no.
It's cool just seeing, different people doing their businesses. A lot of us are business owners now, which is crazy.
Old heads is like,
oh my gosh.
And it's crazy. Like, man, we was
it is
school
just
that long
back.
ago.
I know.
And then the stuff that we was doing as a kid, and
just the growth.
Yeah, the growth. Oh my God! Like the orange tea machine was ridiculous. The 30 Hill orange machine ridiculous. Oh my gosh! So just how we were just doing the kids stuff. The kids times. The hallways, getting them together in the hallways. The classroom. This woman right here is a genius. You a genius. Oh, where I'm going with this. What I do? Like, first of all, it's not no knock on me. I wasn't slow or nothing. I was. This is the first year when my senior class 2010 was the first year that they decided to go to an extra math class for electives for electives. So I'm in the same math class as her, but don't get it twisted. I mean, because she's an underclassman than me. She's smart. She's a genius. Like we, you know, she was in like advanced math class.
I was what, when you was a senior?
Yeah. We was in that. It was a new math class.
It was calculus.
Yeah, it was a new. I knew it was just something new. Was dots in there too?
I graduated. No, I was in math class all by my lonesome.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
That was my best subject though. I graduated.
But man, I'm just trying to graduate, man. I'm like, what? We got to do an extra math class? What? And then obviously to find out, you know, there's a couple other classmen in there. I'm like, and then okay, you smart.
Calculus too.
Yeah, you smart.
When you was a senior, then I was probably just in calculus 1, but I graduated in calculus 2.
Yeah, you was doing your thing. That's why I'm like, oh man, ain't this something? But nah, it was good. It was good times. Fellow Spartans, I appreciate you doing this.
Yes.
New sponsor to the show. I appreciate you. Your support. Appreciate you doing this.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, to the next time, we're gonna let this cook, let it marinate, let it bubble up. I want to give a shout out to my other sponsor, Cash Baby Clothing Brand and Wild Production Events. Thank you guys. Go to my Instagram page. Go to her Instagram page. Follow. Come to the shop. Come out here, East Market Street. Come to the shop. Pull up.
Yep, 917 East Market Street. I'm on Facebook, Dayanara's Delights, and I'm on Instagram, Dayanara's Delights. Dayanara's _Delights.
All right. Make sure y'all come support. Come pull up. Appreciate everybody. Thank you.
You're welcome.